Hey everyone, come and do this gel nail extension set with me with tips from start to finish. So to start off, I'm going to get my e-file and I'm going to go in with my mini mandrel sanding band, and I'm prepping the area where the tips go at 5000 RPM. So I am not going to fully prep the nail at this point. I always just prep the area where I'm going to apply the tip, and then I prep the whole nail together when the tips are on the nail. This is just the way I do it. I have been doing it this way for so long and I find it way quicker than the other way because you have to blend the tips anyway when they're on. You also have to do the cuticle work and you have to make sure the nail is fully prepped. So I just like doing it this way. I find it works so well for me. Let me know if anyone down in the comment section does it this way, or is it just me? So these tips have a big C curve on them, and I did ask her if she did want them or she wanted the regular kind of straighter tips, but she did request these C curve tips. Now I know they are really long, but when you cut them to a short square, they give the nicest square shape. Like, you're going to see it at the end and you've probably seen it from the thumbnail, but they just give the nicest square. Like, look at them. They are so pretty, but we're going to cut them really short. I'm just going to go in with my tip cutter and I'm going to cut them really short. And as you can see, look at that. It just gives a lovely square shape. There's a little moon there. There's a little C curve, but it's not too crazy. Yeah, I really like how these turned out on a short square. Okay, so here is where I do my proper nail prep. So once I have my tips applied and once I have them cut down to the length that I want, I'm going to go in with the same sanding band again at 5000 RPMs, and I'm going to prep that nail and blend the tip into the nail. Taking the shine off the tip as well. You have to take the shine off the tip for gel application. Especially for gel application, you have to take that shine off the tip. And then I'm going to go in with my nail file and just tidy up the shape a little bit. Again here, the tips are so good that I don't need to go crazy with the nail file. I'm just tidying it up a little bit and cleaning up that tapered square look. Once I have that done, then I'm going to get my cuticle bit. I love this bit, and I'm going to go from right to left at 5000 RPMs, and I'm just pushing back that eponychium and I'm getting that dead skin off the nail plate. And when I have that done, I'm going to go from left to right at 5000 RPMs. So it's in forward at the start, and then I'm changing it to reverse, and we are going from left to right. Then we have all our nails prepped and we are ready for application. So I'm now ready to go in with the base coat. I have all the nails cleaned of any dust or debris with that lint-free wipe and some acetone. And I'm going to go in with a rubber base, and I am scrubbing it into the nail plate, making sure I'm covering all the way over the nail plate and the tip. And yeah, this is sped up, I think, maybe almost by 2, but I am taking my time and I am scrubbing that base coat in. It's really, really important to scrub that base coat in. So for today's video, I am using Magpie's rubber base and I am loving it. I have started using some Magpie products again and I am loving it. So I'm putting this underneath my hard gel. And once I have that done, then I'm going to pop it in the lamp to cure for a full cure. So that is a 60-second cure. And the gel we are using today is the Manicure Company, and this is in the shade French Pink. This is probably my favorite French pink French pink base coat, as in, it's probably my favourite colour of French pink that I have in any of my products. Including gel polishes, this is just the perfect pink. It's so beautiful. I've used it lots of times before. I am going to pop this video in a playlist as well, full of other gel nail tutorials. If you're new here, I have a lot more gel videos, so I will pop this in a playlist if you want to check them out. So what I'm doing here is I am painting like a base layer of this on every single nail. I'm being really careful not to let it touch the skin or the cuticle area. I'm making sure it doesn't run or flood. But I do have time to paint every single nail. We're not building anything here. This is nearly like another base coat. It's like a level of security. So it's gone over that cured rubber base. And I'm using just a gel brush to apply it, and then I'm going to pop it in for a full cure. And once we have that all cured, I'm just showing you here the size of the bead that I'm going to use, and I'm just placing that on the nail. I'm not going to do a slip layer today because the nail room was kind of warm. So if the nail room is kind of warm, I find I don't necessarily need a slip layer. I can just go in with my bead. If it's very, very cold, you can use a slip layer, which is a wetting layer that you paint on first, and then you go in with your bigger bead. Today I did not need that, so I just went straight in with my bead and I kind of pulled it down from side to side, using my liner brush then to, secure it and bring it as close to the sidewalls and cuticles as possible, without touching them, of course. And doing the same here then, I'm just going to let you watch a few nails of me doing the building layer, and you can see how gorgeous that pink is. It just speaks for itself. But I'll let you sit back and enjoy the builder gel application, and I will be back when it comes to the design. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that gel application. I did leave quite a few of the nails in for you, but now we're going in with the design. So starting off, I'm going to show you a few of the nails doing the French tip. And I'm using glitter bells in their Unbelievable gel in white. So it's their little pink pots of painting gel. And this is probably my go-to for a white French. Just have a striper brush. This is just a striper brush that I picked up from Shein or Temu, one of those kind of generic brushes. And yeah, I'm just painting my French on. As always, if you've been here before, you'll know I just eyeball my French. I don't really map it out. I start in the middle and I bring it to the side, and it depends on how thick or thin I want it, but I tend to start thinner because you can always add on. I never really start too thick. Also with short nails, you have to kind of judge how you want your French, because these are a little bit on the shorter side, even though they're extensions. And you do have to judge, you don't want them too thick, because then the nails will look kind of thick and wide looking. So you really do have to be careful with your French. But these turned out really nice. I think the French suited the length of the nail. And yeah, so after this then I'm going to pop them in for a full cure, and we are going to go in with our polka dot design. Okay, so we're almost finished our polka dots, and for that black I just used a black gel polish from Semilac. I've been using it lately for my polka dots in black because I do find that it just lies a lot flatter on the nail than the gel paint, so I am really loving that for my black polka dots lately. And yeah, so grabbing my extension gel from Born Pretty. I do have a discount code for Born Pretty in my description box, and also for a few other brands, Madam Glam as well, and Melody Susie. So if you need any discount codes, just check out the description box of this video. But yeah, I'm just grabbing 4 little petals for this look. So I scooped it out with my cuticle pusher and I rolled it around in my glove for a few seconds. Now the trick is you need to roll it really quickly. If you take your time, it's just going to stick to your glove. And also do not do it with your bare hands. Always be wearing gloves, because you can get an allergy if you start rolling this stuff around with your bare hands. And then I am going in with my silicone tool and literally just pressing down on the middle of that ball, and I am just making a petal shape. So I'm just using the pointy part of my silicone tool to do that, and it makes a petal shape really easily. Again, we're going to repeat the process. So we're just going to do 4 petals, and the same thing every time. I'm scooping out a little bit, and also it's always hard to judge the size of the little balls that you need. I always go wrong the first time around, but then I kind of figure out, and also it does depend on the size of the nail. If you're doing this on long nails, you might need the ball to be bigger, but if you are doing it on short nails, you need it to be a bit smaller, and also dependent on the width of the nail as well, all that good stuff. But it's pretty much the same thing for every petal, and you can see how the flower shape is just starting to turn out. It is working and it's come together lovely, and this stuff works really, really well. I do enjoy having this in my collection for these flowers. And also for things like little ladybirds and bees and things have been very popular in the salon lately. I've been doing a lot more 3D work than I've ever done before, so it definitely is trending at the moment. And once I have that done as well, I pop it in for a full cure. You can cure between every petal if you want to, depending on how fast you are working, whatever you want to do. But once that's done, I pop it in for a full cure, and I've pulled out this colour from Nail Reserve LA, and this is Baby Rose. So I am just going to paint this on the surface of the flower. I'm not worried about getting it everywhere. It doesn't matter if it's a little bit shady, because we are going to go in with other colours on top to layer on top of it. So I'm using my striper brush to just kind of pull that pink around, and then I pop it in for a cure. And then I'm going to go in with Madam Glam's gel paint in the shade Neon Pink. I'm using my striper brush again just to kind of pull down from the edges. So this is supposed to look like a hibiscus flower. So if you know, hibiscus flowers are kind of outlined and they kind of have lines coming through the petals. So this is exactly what I'm doing there. I'm just outlining the shape of the petal and I'm pulling lines through. If that makes sense, I hope it does, but it's pretty self-explanatory. You can see what I'm doing there. And once I have that done, I cured that layer, and then we're grabbing Madam Glam in 24K. I do have a discount code for Madam Glam, like I said, and I will leave my code on screen and I'll leave the link in the description box. But I'm using my dotting tool just to place on 3 little dots of this 24K. I love this shade for stuff like this, for the middle of flowers, for French tip in gold. I just love that shade. It's such a good full coverage foily metallic glitter. So once I have that done, then I'm going to pop it in to cure, and this is the finished look. That is how our flowers are going to look. And now it's just time for top coat, and as we all know, top coat pulls everything together. So I nearly always finish file a little bit after hard gel, okay? I have no fear of doing this anymore. It's not going to do any damage to your nails. It's not going to do any damage to your colour, especially with gel. Even with Biab, I do this a little bit, to be honest. All I'm doing is tidying up the shape, and when I'm going in with my file, I'm just being very careful to go nearly underneath. So if you can see here, as I'm doing the side, I am not going straight square. I am going kind of at an angle underneath where I'm tidying up the shape. I'm going to take away any nick or any little bit of gel that's left there or top coat, but I am not going to compromise the colour or scratch up the colour. So thank you so much, guys, if you made it this far. This is how they look. I really appreciate it if you made it this far. And yeah, I will see you in the next one.